to people as well. So we include both of them. The malaika don't touch the lawh mahfuz without taharat. And over here, you should also not touch the Quran without taharat. Also, there is hadith in Tirmidhi Sharif, wherein Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, narrated by Sayyiduna Ali radiyallahu anhu, La yamastul Qur'ana illa tahirun. Quran should not be touched except by a tahir, a clean person. So you have to have wudu to touch the Quran. Tell me, did Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam ever touch the Quran, a mushaf without wudu? Pages of mushaf, he would never touch Quran or a paper on which Quran is written without wudu. This is his instruction by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Dr. Zakir Naik saying that you can touch the Quran without wudu is not right. Similarly, many of his views are क्या कहते हैं, objectionable or refutable. For example, he asks for zakat for his channel. Allah Akbar. One bhikari asks, bhai mujhe zakat ka paisa do. And here he is a millionaire. He's getting millions from the Arab countries and he's still advertising for zakat. He himself comes on there, give me zakat, I need it for my channel. Bhai, zakat is the property of a poor person. You have to give it in the hands of a poor person. إِنَّمَا الصَّدَقَاتُ لِلْفُقَرَاءِ وَالْمَسَاكِينَ. So you have to give it to them. It's their haq, their right. There are plenty of people out there in Pakistan, in the Salaf, in the floods. They need it. They are dying for every grain, for every every penny. Every penny will help them. So give your zakat over there. Why give to Dr. Zakir Naik? The Muftiyane Kiram will give you the fatwa that if you've given your zakat to Dr. Zakir Naik, it's not counted, you will have to give it again. Phone him and get it back from him and give it to some poor person. No, I'm telling you truth. No joke, no laughing. Your zakat is not done. You will have to repay that zakat if you've given it to him because it's not going on the right place. Many other views like this. In one YouTube video you will see him. He's talking about this Ameen bil Jahr, that you should say Ameen loudly. Well, Imam Abu Hanifa said Ameen should be said silently, but Imam Abu Hanifa didn't know hadith. This hadith of Bukhari came after Imam Abu Hanifa. So he didn't know this hadith of saying loudly. And the hadith come, there are plenty of hadiths in Bukhari which say you should say Ameen loudly, so you should say Ameen loudly. And Abu Hanifa didn't know the hadith. And he said that they are sahal hadith for mazhabi. So this hadith is sahih. So this is the mazhab of Imam Abu Hanifa as well. So I am a proper Hanafi. I am 100% Hanafi. You are not 100% Hanafi. You are 50-60% Hanafi. I am 100% Hanafi because I am following his word. إِذَا صَحَّ الْحَدِيث فَهُوَ مَذْهَبِ. So I will ask him, okay, give me a hadith from Sahih al-Bukhari which says you should say Ameen loudly. Give me a hadith from Sahih Bukhari. You can't produce the hadith. The words in Sahih al-Bukhari is إِذَا قَالَ الْإِمَامُ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ فَقُولُوا آمين. When Imam says وَلَا say Ameen. The words are not إِذَا جَهَرَ الْإِمَامُ بِوَلَا الضَّالِّينَ فَجْهَرُوا بِآمين. Because saying loudly, the word for that is jahr. And the jahr word is not there. It's in other places, in other books, besides Bukhari. From Wa'il ibn Hujr radiyallahu anhu, that كان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إذا قال ولا الضالين قال آمين وجهر بها صوته. That he would say it loudly. You will find this hadith in other books. But in Bukhari, you can't produce the word of jahr and saying loudly. There are athar of Sahaba that Ibn Umar used to say Ameen loudly, Abdullah bin Zubair used to say Ameen loudly. But hadith marfu' of Ameen is not in Sahih al-Bukhari. I can guarantee you that. And the word إِذَا قَالَ الْإِمَامُ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ فَقُولُوا آمين, it does not prove jahr and loudly. Why? Because just after a few chapters after this Ameen comes the chapter of Sami Allahu liman hamida, Rabbana lakal hamd. And the hadith there is إِذَا قَالَ الْإِمَامُ سَمِيَ اللَّهُ لِمَنْ حَمِدًا فَقُولُوا رَبَّنَا لَكَ الْحَمْدُ. Now does فَقُولُوا رَبَّنَا لَكَ الْحَمْدُ mean the whole congregation has to say رَبَّنَا لَكَ الْحَمْدُ loudly? No. Qulu means say it silently. So qawl is for silence. For jahr you need the word jahr, and that's not in Bukhari. So again, when he claims that there are many hadiths in Bukhari which say that you have to say Ameen loudly, he is wrong. There is no hadith in Bukhari which says that you should say Ameen loudly. Many other views of Zakir Naik over here which are debatable, objectionable. The history of Dr. Zakir Naik, he is a doctor. He used to perform operations in a hospital in Bombay. He was a surgeon. Then he studied the videos of Ahmad Didat, and he developed this what you call inclination towards comparative religious studies. And he started debating and learning a little bit, and slowly he became famous. So he left his operation table and he came on this side. And now when he is in that field of comparative religious studies, he is very good. He gives some real good answers, and he comes up with real what you call from Bible and from Gita and Sita and here and there. But when he goes out of that field to become Mufti and Shaykhul Hadith and Shaykhul Tafseer and Muhaddis and Muwarrikh, then that's where he's on a slippery slope. Because he does not have ijazat. He's not even Hafiz of the Quran. He only memorizes the verses which are connected to his topic. If you ask him about another verse, he won't know. He will only know that verse. He had memorized surah number so and so and verse number so and so. He will know that verse. He normally brings that verse repeatedly again and again. قُلْ يَا الْكِتَابِ تَعَالَوْا إِلَىٰ كَلِمَةٍ سَوَاءٍ بَيْنَنَا وَبَيْنَكُمْ أَلَّا نَعْبُدَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ. Repeatedly comes up with this verse and surah number so and so, and audience are wow, subhanallah. So he is not Hafiz. You can understand that. Even in fact his pronunciation of the Quran is not proper as well. Ask the Qurra, our Hafiz Sahib. His pronunciation, he should go to a Mujawwid and read Tajweed from there and correct the pronunciation. So you can't take Dr. Zakir Naik as your figurehead and believe in all the fatwas that he gives. You have to be careful when he comes to the field of fatwa and hadith and tafsir and that field. As long as he is in that field, he is okay. He comes with good answers. May Allah reward him for the good work he has done. For those people who have embraced Islam, come into he will get reward for that. But he is making these mistakes which he should avoid. Somebody should explain to him that avoid this field. In fact, some people have explained to him. He was once, my friend Yahya Bhai told me that once he was in Lucknow, in a very huge gathering, and there was Maulana Salman Nadwi there as well. Dr. Zakir was sitting on the stage. Maulana Salman Nadwi came to give the bayan, and during his bayan, he addressed Dr. Zakir Naik. That Dr. Zakir Naik साहब, जब तक आप हमारे मजहब की तरफ से दिफा करते थे, तो हम आपके साथ थे. लेकिन जब आपने ये मसाइल पर गुफ्तगू शुरू कर दी, तो माफ कीजिए, अब हम आपके साथ नहीं हैं. As long as you were, defending our deen religion, we admired you, we marveled at you, and we, praised you. But now you have come into this field of masail, and you are bringing your own masail to the public. Sorry, we are not with you any longer. So you have to keep that in mind. This is a little bit about Dr. Zakir Naik. Maulana Sahab, could you please explain the difference between hadith and sunnah and what we should follow? I told you, you should follow mazhab. So why are you asking me this question now? The difference between hadith and sunnah, they both go together. Hadith and sunnah, hadith, anything that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, did, approved. Sunnah is the same. Sometimes sunnah is taken for the path and the way which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam took, meaning something he did continuously throughout his life. The fuqaha use the word sunnah in a different sense. When they come to masail of a deen, they will categorize it to fard, wajib, sunnat, mustahab, mubah. And this categorizing was done by the Ahnaf. You go to the Hanbali mazhab, they won't have any wajib there. They will only have fard and sunnat. They don't have any wajibat. That is why one of the ustads in a university in Jamia Islami in Medina Munawwara, he was debating about some masail of Hajj. And in the masail of Hajj, Imam Abu Hanifa says, so and so is such and such are farad, and the rest are wajibat. And then if you miss that farad, your hajj is not counted, you have to do it again. But if you miss any of the wajibat, you can give them and correct your hajj. Like when you do sajda sahw and you correct your salah. So you can give them and your salah will be okay. So he explained that. And then he said in the Hanbali mazhab, there